Dealing with creative burnout and staying motivated is something that every online entrepreneur faces at some point. I've been there myself when your creativity feels drained and your motivation disappears. Consistency with content becomes almost impossible. But here's the good news. You can rebuild your spark and prevent creative burnout with a few intentional habits. I was starting to show signs of burnout myself, and I thought it was time to revisit this topic to give myself a boost of motivation. So, here are 5 tips for staying motivated during periods of that low energy and lackluster creativity. Number 1 is to recognize the sign of your creative burnout. You likely have a really good idea of what burnout feels like for you, but just in case, here's just a few signs to watch out for. Overwhelming exhaustion, lack of motivation, difficult to focus, procrastinating and missing deadlines, irritability and reduced creativity, and of course, low energy. If these symptoms sound familiar, it's time to pause and reevaluate your workload and your stress management. Look at it through the lens of the 4Ds. Do, defer, delegate, or delete. So while tracking your time may sound daunting to some, it's necessary to gain a sense of where you're spending your time and what could be stressing you out. Consider if there are any tasks that you can delegate or outsource. Once I let go of the fear of having to support another person with my business, outsourcing to a content VA actually increased my revenue. 2, taking breaks and recharging. It's funny how when our to-do list is endless, taking a break doesn't sound like the smart thing for us to do. But regular breaks throughout the day are essential for maintaining your energy and preventing burnout. Preventing that burnout. When you're feeling drained, remember, even Jesus had to rest. Rest is not a reward. It's about how we refuel for the work we're called to do. You may not love the Pomodoro method, but it's helpful to remind yourself to pause. One thing that I did discover for myself is that 15-minute sprint is a little short for me. That 15-minute mark is just when I start to hit my groove. So pay attention. You may need to play around with different times and find something that fits best for you if you don't like that method. Take a break each day to re-energize and reconnect with what matters most. Activities like a quick walk, my dogs love that, a short cleanup, or even a guided meditation can help. When I'm feeling drained, I will grab my earbuds and I'll hit the sofa for a yoga nidra practice. And make sure you're getting enough restful sleep. It's essential to sustain your creativity and your motivation. 3 is setting boundaries and prioritizing your tasks. So the most common mistake people make is not realizing how long tasks actually take to complete. Begin setting boundaries around how much work you take on. When you know what to say no to, your yes carries more purpose. Boundaries create space for obedience and peace, 2 essentials for consistent creativity. If you struggle with saying no, be sure to check out my post and episode on overcoming the yes to everything mindset. It's episode 66. I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the show notes. Focus on one task at a time. We're really not great at multitasking, so put tasks in order, starting with the deadline. I need to know what I'm going to be working on before the week begins, because otherwise I end up chasing random ideas and wonder where the day went. At the end of the day, I'm like, did I actually do anything today? Plan ahead and stop chasing those shiny objects, but prioritize tasks according to their importance so that the most pressing matters get tackled first thing in the morning. Choose icons or emojis to mark priorities in your project management system. I know they already come with a priority mark, but you can add these little emojis to the front of your task so it draws your eye to it and you know that's a hot item that needs to get done. And if you're a paper and pen person with a paper planner, you can do it as well in your planner. It's a small but powerful way to stay visually focused on, again, those hot things. Number 4 is to stay motivated during difficult times. When staying motivated feels impossible, remember your calling doesn't depend on constant output, friend. It depends on your obedience. Remaining consistent with content creation when you're not seeing the fruits of your labor can be tough. always remember to pray about it. There have been countless times in my life and in my business when I have dropped to my knees out of frustration and worry. You can either worry or you can worship, is what I remind myself of. When you're not sure, turn to your Heavenly Father. Pray about it, pray about it, pray about it. And let's not forget to celebrate your small wins and progress along the way. It's one of the best ways to stay on track. Friend, episode 50 is all about celebrating your small wins, so you can go ahead and find that podcast as well. Please, for the love, acknowledge your accomplishments, friends. No matter how small they may seem, look for the small everyday win. That's going to help you keep motivated even when things get tough. Also, draw motivation from your business besties. Find those who have achieved what you aspire to and let their examples encourage you when you're feeling disconnected. Understand what motivates you and reward yourself along the way. Sometimes a simple treat or a quiet moment is enough to reset your energy. Number 5 is to manage stress and learn to say no. Managing your stress is essential for sustaining your motivation long term. One of the biggest lessons I've learned as a content creator is that your peace leads to your productivity. It's funny how we can encourage others to manage stress, but then forget to do it for our own selves. The best way to avoid burnout is to establish healthy routines. Say no to those extra tasks that are going to drain you and take regular breaks. 5 minutes is all you need, maybe 2, whatever. Establish a balanced lifestyle that includes meal times away from your desk, consistent sleep, and regular movement. Setting up time blocks with specific tasks can help prevent overwhelm from taking over your day. Saying no is an act of stewardship, I promise. Protecting the energy and the creativity God gave you. Make sure there's room in your week for rest, family, and time to just be. Prioritize taking care of yourself, whether it's just a quick walk outside or a few quiet moments in prayer. Give yourself permission to breathe. Remember, God doesn't rush growth. He refines it. Give yourself grace as you rebuild your energy and your creativity. Okay, friends, it's time to wrap this up. Recognize the signs of exhaustion and take steps to prevent it are crucial. By identifying your triggers, managing that stress, building that resilience, and setting achievable goals, you'll keep your creativity intact even during those tough seasons. And if you've been feeling creatively drained, start with one small shift. Create a simple system that protects your time and your peace. If you want, go ahead and download my free organic content creation workflow. It's designed to help you restore structure, simplify your process, and stay motivated when creativity feels a little far off. Okay, friends, thank you so much for listening all the way to the end. I really appreciate you, and I hope you make it a wonderful week. Oh, and before I go, one last thing. P.S. If I had a P.S., don't forget I am doing the content repurposing giveaway for the month of November and December still. So go ahead and check out the show notes on how to register for that. Thanks again, friend. Enjoy your day. Yay! Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you found this episode valuable and learned some actionable tips that you can implement in your business so that you can feel accomplished and less stressed. If you enjoyed this show, please take a quick minute to share this with your business bestie, subscribe, and leave a review. It helps me reach more business owners just like you. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover in future episodes, please reach out to me on my website. I've created a form just for you. Remember, with the right system and mindset, you can achieve the success your heart desires. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. And don't forget, let's grow, friends.